Hello, hello. This is VonJim. I'm with Yale. I'll be presenting an Ape Escape any percent run. This game is ran on PS2. Just before I go ahead, I'm gonna have to make sure that this speed is at fast. Shut the console down, and we should be good to launch the game. So, sorry for the delay.
Yeah, setting up is hard.
Let's just say that Yale and I have been up for a bit over 24 hours now.
I did take a 2-hour nap yesterday afternoon, so I'm wide awake right now.
I did not take a nap. Anyway, so Ape Escape, any percent run is going to be done hopefully under the hour. I do not have a large knowledge of the lore of this game, which means I'm probably not going to be able to explain the story or much stuff in detail, but I'm sure you'll enjoy the gameplay. So the timer is going to start. There's a couple more cutscenes that are about to play, and as soon as I take control of Spike, which means as soon as he lands on the ground from the spawn, we're going to start the timer. So I'm going to let this cutscene play just a little bit, and we're live. So the reason why I let this cutscene play a little bit is it helps with the positioning of this first ape. So Ape Escape, basically, we're going through the stages. Every stage has a minimum of monkeys that we need to catch to be able to clear the stage. There are more than what we actually catch, but this is the minimum that lets you clear and move on to the next stage. So we're going to go through all of those, and then there's a couple boss fights at the end.
How many extra monkeys are there typically in each world?
It depends. So this one was 3. I believe the minimum is 3. I believe the max in stages is 5 or 6. Yeah, it's probably 5 or 6.
And just for the record, I've never played this game once in my life.
That's right.
I'm purely here for moral support.
So considering there's, nobody back here, it's a bit more fun to have somebody there that can ask me stupid questions.
Yeah, so I'm basically going to be like a chat viewer, IRL.
Basically. So this game has a lot of camera movements. You get to control the camera with the D-pad and with the L1 button that allows you to put it back behind. So there's a lot of lag reduction that can be done. And the reason why we're playing this on PS2 is that there are some, for people that don't know, there are some PS2s, more recent versions of Slims that run faster, which means the loading times are faster. And it's one of the rare games, I guess, that the console version is faster than the emulator. So here we're catching a couple monkeys, and we're gonna hope that this one works. It didn't. Let's try again. We're gonna have to back it up with a different strat here.
Come on, bud.
There you go. So this would typically be the first split, and we move on to the next stage. This is a heavy movement-based game. There aren't too many glitches. There is, however, one, I don't know if we could call this a glitch, but basically infinite jump that allows you to go as high as possible. So obviously, we're going to go out of bounds in a few stages, but overall, it's very movement-driven. One of the most important thing is the way you approach the monkeys. You don't want to trigger in most cases their line of sight, because when they get activated, so this one I could have gotten a bit of better movement, which would not have activated sight, and
So it's like they're aggroing onto you when they see you or something.
yeah, exactly. So I was a little bit late for that cycle there.
And they're all in the same global cycle. So like as long as your movement's consistent, you're gonna get there at the same time typically in the cycle.
Right. So each monkey has different stats. So some of them are stronger, some of them are faster, some of them have special attacks, etc.
Oh, wow.
And so, yeah, they all need to be approached differently. So this one, for example, he's pretty hard to aggro. Normally he's, you know, unless you really screw it up, he's not going to move. Some of them are a bit harder, and we're going to see one shortly. I'm going to explain that I wish was a little bit easier to circumvent. So this game has items. We're not going to use all of them. But so far we have the net, we have the sword, so this is one that we're not going to use. So this is the scanner, and when you do the casual playthrough, oh my god. Trying to speak and doing this at the same time is not very...
I have no idea what's happening.
So I'm using I'm using this radar to find where the monkeys are, basically. So in the casual playthrough, you would use this radar to find where the monkeys are. So in this, basically, this was a practice stage. So it teaches you how to use the item. So what I did there's 6 boxes. There's always 3 monkeys that will be placed in the boxes, and you got to find them ideally quicker than what I just did.
Makes sense.
So that is, as you can probably imagine, we're not going to use that. I know where the monkeys are, and there are none that are hidden. So here we're going to kill this bee, slap this monkey out of here, kill this thing that's going to eat me if I don't, and move on to the next one. Another bee that I tanked in the face. Next monkey. So here, next, after this door, there is there's a trick that's pretty difficult. So you need to approach a certain angle for this monkey not to get triggered. Oh my god. All right. Well, I got it.
Let's go.
So that's a pretty good time save.
Is he really annoying to catch?
He's impossible to catch. So you need an item that we don't have yet. So what happens is if he aggroes, he jumps into his UFO, and you can't. You basically can't drag it. So I have to back it up with a later ape that's in another instance of the stage. So I have to load another load agent. So obviously there's quite a bit of time loss. So this is called UFO-less, which means I got that ape without him getting into the UFO. So we've got one more monkey to catch here. He's positioned not always at the same place. I'm a bit scared of this plant here, so I'm going to just pop it and kill it. If I did not get UFO-less, there was another door that was down. I had to jump down and swim a little bit, get in there, and then there was another ape that would have cleared the stage, but we saved quite a bit of time with that.
Yeah, I keep forgetting these are apes and not monkeys.
Yeah, I know.
It's almost like the game is called Ape Escape.
I'll be honest, I'm not sure I know the difference between Do you?
I know gorillas are apes. That's about all I know about them.
Dark Ruins. So we're gonna have a couple back-to-back interesting monkeys here. So this one runs hella fast. So I'm going around just to make sure I don't aggro that little hair thing looking at the back there. This one, if you aggro him, I want to say he's probably as fast as Spike, the main character, which means really your only way to catch him is to have better lines than he does, which is very difficult. He then starts running around that other building on the other island that we didn't really see, but that's one that we certainly don't want to let go on a chase.
So I'm assuming that if you do have to chase them, they're not on a set path. Like they kind of run around randomly and you have to...
That's right.
Okay.
So one thing with this game, obviously, the Ape Escape runners, if there are any in the chat, they're probably cringing a little bit at my camera movement. I like to use L1 a lot because it's just easier, but you can use the D-pad to control the... ow, that's fun. The D-pad to control it better. However, as you can imagine, you need a grip that's not very comfortable to be able to do that. So I do it in some instances, but typically, honestly, I'm just going to eat the lag and try to focus on getting the monkey. So I'm going to die on purpose here just to respawn where we started. Catch this one and go on with my life.
Yeah, it's odd that you move the camera with your left hand. in this game. Typically, it seems like you do that with like the right stick, or like on Super Mario 64 games, you do it with the C buttons with your right hand. So.
That's right. So I can either have a claw grip with the D-pad, or sometimes, honestly, when I don't have to use my right joystick, I'm just going to use my right thumb to kind of move the camera around, because I find this a bit comfier, but that's probably not optimal.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever done a claw grip with my left hand on a controller before. I've only done it with my right hand.
Yeah. Classic bird RNG. So I'd say this is going pretty decently so far, at least at my level. So I'm far from a top runner. I picked up this game months ago, and honestly, I just had a ton of fun. The movement... Yale's probably going to punch me because I'm going to reference Mario again, but the movement, when I started playing this game, it really made me feel the same way as when I started playing Mario. Not to say that it's the same movement, but it really makes you feel like just real platformer that, you know, you're just moving the guy around.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, so this is our first glitch. So when I talked about infinite jump, this is what we're going to do. This is not supposed to happen. So we're using the slingshot. That makes basically spike count as if he's still on the floor while I'm cranking the slingshot, which makes me able to jump infinitely, and I'm sure I explained that incredibly poorly, but I'm sure
I understood that perfectly.
you get the point. So I'm cranking, going forward, and I am going really high just as a safety measure. The good player would be a lot tighter with how high they go, and you can control basically how high you go with the jump by how long you wait.
Oh boy, this looks smoke-ass. Oh, hell yeah.
Bang. You can control how high you go with how slow you you crank your slingshot. Honestly, right now I'm just trying to not drop the input, so I might just go a little higher than I need to, but make sure that I can slam dunk the apes.
So it looks like the infinite jump glitch is relatively straightforward to do, like as far as actually like doing the inputs for it.
That's right. So the normal infinite jump, nice. The normal infinite jump is actually pretty simple. It's not that hard to do. It's probably a bit harder to optimize, however. But there's another item that we're gonna pick up shortly that adds a layer of difficulty to how we can use the infinite.
And my understanding is that most, if not all, of the Ape Escape speedruns have some sort of infinite jump technique, and this game just happens to have one of the easier ones. I have a buddy of mine who was running one of the later ones, and it involved like pausing and doing all the shenanigans that seemed really tough. So.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know anything about the other ones.
Yeah, and I don't know anything about him until I asked him, is that the same glitch from the first game? And he's like, yeah, but it's 10 times harder.
Pretty much. So here we had Spectre, our nemesis that wants to race. I don't know why. We don't really care about him, so we just leave, and he races himself. We're going on to the next stage, which gives us the hula hoop. So, as you can expect, this is the other item that we're going to use for most of this run, as it allows you to run a lot faster. There is a way to do this stage a bit faster, but it's quite difficult because you have to jump on top of that mailbox without triggering the text box. And the text boxes in this game from the mailboxes are really, really slow. So we really don't want that to happen. I'm brain lagging a little bit here. Great menuing, 10 out of 10 would do again. So here we're gonna do one of the mechanics with the hoop while eating all the lag from the beach. So
I was gonna say, that looks so laggy.
So here, if I cancel my hoop and then hold neutral, sorry, this guy doesn't want to cooperate. We cancel the hula hoop and we go with a jump to neutral. We're allowed to, oh my god, this guy's not supposed to move. Alert. Okay, let me just go on next. In a run, I wouldn't be happy with this split because this is a pretty straightforward stage that normally get triggered at losing time at. Yeah, so you could use the momentum from the hula hoop to jump and conserve your speed. So I'll let you guess that you can use that to launch your infinite jump a bit further. I want to say it's a bit more an advanced move. I have not incorporated them in runs yet, just because most places, oh, so here's the text box. Most places where you would use that, it's most of the time it's risky. So for now, with my PB, I don't really need to use it, so I just use regular infinite jump. So here would be one example where I would probably crank my hoop, get a bit more speed, and not fall in the water. Okay, let's just try this again quickly. Oh my god. That was bound to happen eventually.
Nice.
Okay, thank you.
Well
Get this guy here, get this guy down here, and I forgot to get back to my slingshot, which I'm gonna need to get out of here. I should have gotten my slingshot while I was dropping down the water so that I can just jump out straight. I got absolutely no speed.
So I'm assuming this is going exactly how it's supposed to.
Oh yeah. That's about as best.
I mean, that looked really fast.
That's about as fast as it can get. But yeah, so the speed that you have, your momentum when you start your infinite jump is very important, because that's the momentum that you'll carry through. Oh my god, what am I doing? It's the momentum you'll carry throughout the rest of your infinite jump. So if you, like there, like I started from a standstill, I was just going straight up.
Right.
I wasn't moving.
And there's no way to get any forward momentum.
That's right.
Wow.
So that's why it's really important that if you need to make distance, that you have a fast amount of speed when you start your IG, and that's why the hula hoop helps you with that. So here you're gonna save a few frames just by hooping to the button. Dexter Island has one, I guess, of the, if we could say, major skip, which I'm gonna go for. If I do not get it, it's going to soft lock Spike into the abyss of eternity, which means I'll have to kick myself out of the stage and start again. Honestly, just for the sake of this, I think it's worth doing. This guy's a...
Oh my goodness. Get him!
I'm getting trolled.
Get in the net!
Gonna do a bit of... go down. So, by the way, this hoop is used by spinning the right joystick. Oh my god. Which is the same thing for all the weapons. So you're using the weapons with the right joystick. So
Yeah, so like, I was gonna say, like, what's the point of the items up there? Is that just like selecting which in your hand, and then you use the right stick to actually use it?
That's right. So, okay, so this I could do out of water, but I'm just gonna take a second to try to get up here in the ceiling. I'm going to drop down here. This should be fine. Look at this door, and no. Okay, so I just got a little bit too high, which means I needed to do my IG a little bit slower so I don't get as much height. And what it would have done is, I think it saves probably about, I want to say 20 or 30 seconds. It skips a mini boss fight and then another corridor, and then it warps you straight into the next phase. So let me... I mean, I've been pretty consistent for the past couple of days at it, and I guess the time loss isn't that long. Kind of want to try it again.
Yeah, do it. It looks like a pretty sweet trick.
And if I don't get it this time, then I'll... So again, ideally, what I'd like to do is to fall on the right side to ledge grab. I just find it easier to start out of not the water. I don't know, for some reason. I don't know if it's actually harder or it's just in my brain, but I find it easier to... Where am I?
Okay.
I find it easier to do when I'm not in the water.
Come on, baby.
There you go. All right.
I don't know when I'm supposed to clap, but that would kind of hurt.
Yeah,
so.
no, that's right.
Cool.
So I just got bodied. That's not supposed to happen. And I just wasted an explosive. Okay. It's going to work. Can you please? Yo, can you? Hello?
What?
Okay, sometimes, bro.
Yeah, these guys are trolling, huh?
Dude. Did I just waste another explosive? The problem is with me doing that is not only I do need those explosives. See, I'm trying to get a double kill, but by the time I do that, like the other one back, I should have tried to get the other one.
Oh, I see.
Wait, thought this. I wonder if I hit. I've never seen him go this way. Because normally I never screw it up this bad.
Oh my!
There you go.
He looked like he was about to go on a nice little trip.
So as you can see, by the way, you can catch monkeys in the water. You get a different tool. So here I should normally get 2. Only got 1. And then there's one last that should drop on the other side momentarily. Maybe I hear him. He's trolling me. I should have just went up. Now I'm gonna go up. He's gonna come down.
This game looks pretty terrible to like have to back up on the fly.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Nice. Yeah. So when the monkeys decide,
Apes.
when the apes decide to troll, they troll. All right. So, well, second attempt. Obviously, in a run, I wouldn't take that. I'd take a reset, but for the purpose of this, we'll take that. I missed the spin. Snowy Mammoth. So this is one that a good player would use the hoop to start their jump onto another small platform into a faster IG that I'm not going to do, and I'm just gonna slowly get up to that pole and go absolutely way too high because I got absolutely no speed when I started. But surely this will kind of maybe work. Okay, that worked. I'm sure I've got like a bunch of people cringing their mind out. Okay.
Get up there.
One thing I didn't, oh my god, I've actually never seen this one run away. One thing I didn't explain, this game, so you guys see the double jump that I do. To conserve your speed and to get more height, it works a little bit, for those who are familiar with the SM64, it works a little bit like a speed kick. So you need to go neutral to be able to retain your height and gain more height. So I wasted, oh my god, dude, I'm gonna have to, okay, this is, I'm gonna have to farm like all the explosives in the world. So
Is there an easy spot to farm that kind of stuff?
yeah, the thing is, yeah, I guess I'll use a bunch of time. The explosives are required for a few different places towards the end of the game. I mean, I guess there's other ways to get by, but then it's more towards the game intended strats. So as you can see, we're now in a little bit of a snowy patch with 3 snow worlds.
That's odd. 3 snow worlds.
Yeah, so it's always like groups of 3.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
I spoke to the mailbox, which is taking 6 years to give me the text. Yeah, some of them are extremely so. This one is fine.
So I'm assuming this is like another tutorial?
Yep. So this is not the last. We're gonna get the RC car a bit later. This one, if my memory serves me correct, the pros, if I could say, wouldn't use. Or if they do, not often. For me, I have a few places that I keep it equipped, and it's a bit safer to use, and I'll show you why as soon as this guy stops trolling me.
So it's interesting. It seems like you can still catch them, even if the net is on the ground.
That's right.
You can like move it into them.
So as long as, so yeah, that, and also even if I'm above them, so if they're directly under my net, but we're not at the same height, it's still gonna catch
It
at
like
a
extends,
certain height.
like
Yeah.
the net extends downward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna farm. I think those guys drop explosives, not just the. I might be wrong. I think it might just be the guided missile. And this guy's gone.
Nice. Oops. I can't tell if the net is lenient or not. It looks like it's kind of lenient, but I feel like it's actually not that lenient.
It depends, but most of the time, honestly, it's really not that bad. Oops.
All part of the plan. Don't worry. You're just
Hey,
showing them what you don't want.
no, I just wanted to farm more from these guys.
There you go.
No, just kidding. Actually, I think they only give guided missiles, and I don't need more. Okay. Got a bit greedy. Yeah,
Jesus Christ, this camera. Holy crap.
Yeah, I'm sure I could control that better. Skill issue. Okay, this guy's flying in this corner. Please let me jump. No. Got one more outside.
It is kind of crazy how much this game lags. My goodness.
Yeah. I'm sure I'm giving everybody a brain aneurysm and see me just eat all the lag.
We're just giving a demonstration of how laggy it can be.
Yeah, I know if I watched somebody play Mario when I was eating the lag like that, I'd be like, what the hell are you doing, man?
It's like spawning in the JRB and not hitting C left. It's just long jumping.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sorry, we have so many SM64 references because that's the game we started speedrunning.
Yep. All right, so another stage that I'm gonna do suboptimally and go really high. And this bird. Go down to this guy. Another thing I didn't explain is after catching an ape, you'll see me switch to my sword. Oh my god, this tends to happen to me. There's lag because of the waterfall, and I want to say that the reason why I often drop. No, this one is because I hit the side of that spinning thing, so that's a different reason. Again, I'm sure I don't need to actually go back here, but when I don't suck, it's kind of comfy. Yeah, so when you switch weapon, I think I just might not be able to speak and do this at the same time. I think that's the issue.
Do the trick and then explain it after.
Okay, please let me up.
This is it.
I'm going way too fast. My time is way up.
Deep breaths.
That camera is just the worst. Okay, anyway, I was trying to not get too much lag, but yeah. So, this one's a troll. This one is like one of the strongest apes. Get up here. Yeah, so when I switch weapon... Oh
What?
my god. When I switch weapon after catching an ape, it makes me be able to move a little bit faster, so that's why you'll see me switch every time I catch one. So we're done with the snow worlds. I'm probably plus a million years. So another little race here with our buddy Spectre. Again, we're gonna bully him and just leave. Just like nobody got time for that. then we're going to go to a few of my favorite stages. So this one, when done optimally, I find really fun. The movement is really fun. I'm gonna get up the stairs, and there's a group of 3 apes that are just chilling together. And if I'm able to do this jump properly, normally, I'd be able to get 3. I think I'm gonna get 2 here. Yeah, I went a little bit too far. Oh, this guy didn't wake up, which is interesting. There's one sitting right up here. Shoot him, get down. And then there are 3 more inside. This one's a very short stage. Oops. A very short stage, but when done fast, I find very satisfying. I'm just gonna... This one can be annoying. Let's see how I was able to give myself like quite a cute little jump just by tapping the hoop. Imagine when someone good does it. It's really hot.
Man, yeah, I can only imagine if someone good was running this. Just kidding, bud.
Nah, I know. Alright, another stage. So this stage is if you fall, if you miss your IG, most of the time you're going to die. I'm going to say that when I started, it was very difficult because like you'd screw up an infinite jump. I keep saying IG, just realized it's IJ. Pardon my French.
I noticed that, but I didn't want to say anything.
I caught it eventually. I'm just going to get that. Well, I swear I'm starting to feel the not a lot of sleep. What was I saying? Yeah, so at first when you learn the game, and oh my god, I'm not going so far, that's why I took this out. When you start learning the game and your IJs are not optimal and you miss a lot of them, you tend to die a lot in that stage, and I game over it a few times when I learned how to play. These monkeys, these apes, pardon, they are super annoying. Normally you want to get at least 2.
Oh my god, this looks terrible.
They're actually terrible. I might just, and I don't have my baton. You know what? I'm just gonna get this. Yeah, dunked. Sometimes I think the baton hits faster. I don't know if it's just the range or whatever, but it feels like it's easier to just whack them before grabbing them. And I think it's just the speed of the baton that makes it a bit easier. But when there are more difficult apes, I tend to swing that out. However, I want to get this back. Just let's pull it out for here. Need to jump there. And here I go a little bit to the left because sometimes he shoots you through the wall. And oops. And
I was going to ask if there's fall damage in this game.
Yep, I knew that. That's why I demonstrated it.
Well done, Jim.
No! No way. So this is the fun part when they decide to troll you. There you go. I don't know, this game, there's just something to the sound like it makes when you catch an ape.
It does seem very satisfying.
It's pretty satisfying.
Especially if you can like get those like setups where you get like multiple apes at a time.
Yeah.
That seems really fun.
Okay, so I think we have a stage here that we do not need to catch any ape. So there's a boss at the top of the castle that we're gonna go and fight. I don't know the lore. Big giant robot that I suppose was crafted by a Spectre to, I don't know what. Let's just say conquer Japan. That's always that.
Oh man. Shoutouts to speedrunning games without casually playing them.
Alright, so here we're gonna do a little bit of glitching, go in a bound. I'm gonna play this one safe and just use this to make sure I fall at the right place. And then, oh. So in this one there's a bunch of apes. We do not need to, oh, what? Excuse me. We do not need to catch them. All we need to do is come here, activate this button. There's a cutscene I can't skip. It opens that door up there, and then we're going to go in that door and fight the boss, which I'm sure I have 2 explosives, right? Surely I do. Oh, forgot to change the slingshot. Now what?
Safe stretch for the win.
Yep. Fine, at least I
Made it up the first
didn't
part.
go all the way down.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm going like super fast. Oh, no, 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 no! Can I go down? Please tell me I can go out. That's a problem. The reason why I'm saying this is a problem is because normally I would take 4 hits of damage for this fight. But surely I can figure out the... Oh my god, I have 2 explosives. Okay. Surely I can figure this out, right? And then if I don't figure this out, then I won't have explosives. So, okay, so what's his attack? Let's see. Let's find out together. Oh, well, I still got hit, so... This is still fine. This is the one that I need to not screw up. Surely he stops moving eventually, and that's when I can hit, right? This is a problem of not playing games casually. Oh.
Oh god. If anyone has any recommendations for where to farm explosives in the chat.
Well, no, I'm not gonna farm them now.
Oh,
If
okay.
anyone has any recommendation on how to kill this casually, I swear that just never happened.
That's right, I believe. This guy's a chump.
The problem is normally, so you need the reason why you need that is explosives do, I think it's 1.5 units of damage, and the sword hits do 1, and he's got 5 health. So normally 2 explosives and 2 sword shots would do the trick. Can I just like go up and like, I guess I could just do that, right? Okay. Yes, that's the casual way to do it.
Can't do the infinite jumping glitch.
I should probably
Just hit the guy. He drops cookies when he zaps.
He drops cookies when he's what?
When he zaps with electricity, I suppose.
Oh.
I don't see cookies.
Yeah, I don't see cookies. Nope, no cookies.
Are we getting trolled?
That's okay.
Oh, nice.
I got
Alright, you
it.
killed him.
Free!
First try.
Okay, so no, I know I can farm explosives for the other ones later. It's just that this is not even hard. Honestly, like this is very, very, very easy. Like there's no way to screw this one up.
Please don't say that.
Well, there is no way to screw it up except if you enter the door without five health.
Okay.
Which there's a box of health at the entrance just before you enter. So that's why I'm like, no, I don't want to enter.
Oh, I see.
I just wanted to grab a 1 hit point before going in. Also, I think I have 0 health now, so I'm luckily game overing doesn't really matter. So here we're going to unlock our last item for this run, which we're gonna have to use not a whole lot, but a little bit. I would normally try to avoid that box. There's two ways to avoid the mailbox if they have a range, a max line of sight, so you can go around them, or you can double jump over them.
Let's go!
So this stage is a pretty fun one. It's a bit difficult. This monkey is a bit of an RNG, I think. If it's not RNG, it's just me being bad sometimes and not baiting him properly. But if he doesn't come to you, it's quite a big,
Oh god.
quite a big time loss, because you gotta wait and then go on the other side and wait for him to come, or draw him out with the RC car that we just got. This one I take a bit of an angle because often he shoots like that. I don't know how he missed me. We'll take it. Going the wrong way. I'd normally ground pound there to land up with the hole, but that worked out pretty well still. I was just shooting at the ground. those normally really like they don't miss very often. Let's just put it that way.
So it looks like that time you're able to carry some momentum, right?
Yep.
Okay. Felt like you were flying way faster than the air.
This ape here, if I miss him, which I didn't, he goes and jumps into the water, and then I have to do another ape that's, oh my god, that's not the way I'm trying to go. But if you miss him, he goes into the water on the other side, and then there's another monkey that...
Oh my god.
There's another ape that takes a bit more time to go in the water to back it up, but normally this would be the fastest. And by the way, there's a life right next to me that I forgot to pick up, that could have picked up, just to be safe. We're slowly approaching the end. The end is pretty long though. So we've got Spectre Factory, TV Tower, and then Monkey Madness. This is another regular stage. I don't have explosives for this guy here. Okay, YOLO. I'm nuts.
So you're supposed to blow that guy up, I'm assuming?
It's the safe way is with an explosive. So if I just shoot him a normal nut, he's not going to be down long enough. Yeah, an explosive really like stuns him for a while, so that gives me the time to make sure I go. The thing is, if it's the same thing as the UFO one, so he goes in the UFO and then it's a whole like nightmare to try to fight him. So you might as well just enter this stage and like reset at that point, reset that ape.
Right.
This guy can be really annoying. As you can see, he shoots rockets, the homing missiles. So when he starts shooting you, he doesn't miss.
And if you did have to restart a level, you would only have to catch the monkeys that you have not caught yet, right?
That's right. I wouldn't, well, yeah, that's right. For this one though, I wouldn't restart the level. I would just like enter the door and go back out. That way you wouldn't be in the UFO anymore.
Okay.
Here, if I was slightly better, I'd use the momentum of my hoop to get up here a bit quicker. By the way, these yellow things, when you get 100 of them, you get a life. So normally, I want to say that by here, I typically have 100. Right now I have 86. I'll probably get a life shortly. Gonna bounce here not to take fall damage with the hoop. there's a trick here to use the slingshot to get him out, but I've never really been able to figure it out. So the casual strat is to bait him out with, oops, oh, no way.
Oh boy.
I just got comboed, and please do not go in.
Don't do it. Get him!
Oh, wait, I'm getting trolled, man.
Oh my god, you got it right in time.
This game's amazing.
It just seems like this game can just go from like being so smooth and perfect to just like a mess from in like half a second.
Yeah, especially for me.
Dude, I love it when you get like super high above them and just like freaking
From the top rope.
It's amazing. It looks like you're just absolutely bodying them.
Alright, so we got 2 stages left, probably the 2 longest stages. Not convinced this is going to be sub-hour. But
We'll figure it out.
we'll figure it out. 5 minutes more or less at this point, huh? Capo. So, TV tower, luckily for me, I can farm a fair amount of explosives from these little satellite things. Just gonna make sure that I'm not losing them. I'm gonna hit this guy. And here, this is obviously not the intended way, but when you shoot at a specific spot, it triggers a button that
I was wondering
puts
what
the
you
water
did.
down. Yeah.
So is the button like on the other side of the wall or something?
I think so. Here, that ape that you saw, actually I should have probably killed that thing to get some more explosives, but it's fine. The monkey that you saw that was hanging, there's a better strat to pick him up. And I believe you don't even need to come down here to get this other one that I got, but I might as well while you're here because it's easier than the other one that I would do otherwise. But this guy, you could basically use the RC car and ground pound into it. I forgot the rest.
And sometimes you...
Something like that. You got a ground pound, something happens, something.
I like it.
I haven't learned it, so whatever. Long story short, I do slow strats. Alright, so I'm gonna farm a bit more explosives from these guys. Yes. I think I have 9 now. I could have probably killed another one that was a bit more on the way. Get this guy here. Oh my god, so this is what I meant with the homing missile. I'll catch him right away. They won't miss. Yeah, I do have 9. So we're gonna need those missiles for the boss in this stage. And then, oh, please get in the tank. We like this cute little tank. So normally there's another ape hidden behind those blocks at the top, but I got an extra ape from my slow. I got an extra ape from that slow strat that I did, so I don't need to do that one. And instead, I'm just gonna grab these 2 down here. This one was nice to me. And head straight to that door. Might as well go down. And then we're gonna have the final boss for this stage, and then we're on to the final. I need my RC car. I'm gonna park my car here because that's where we're gonna hit him in a bit. Gonna dodge what he's got to throw at us. So there's 2 different types of attacks that he's got. If it's red, it's fire. and fire does basically nothing beyond the line that we see, so we just want to lag reduce, and that's the much faster of the 2 attacks. So right now this is good. I'm just going to lag reduce and hit him. He does 2 attacks, and then he does this phase twice, so hypothetically the best RNG would be 4 of that fire attack. That's much faster. And you see the trigger by the color of that light that shines out of it. If it's blue, it's the other thing, and he just fires small UFOs at you, and those take longer to fade away.
So you said he has 2 different types of attacks?
For this phase, yeah. Okay. So these are the UFOs, so I'm just going to kill the first one. I got to hit it twice. Then I'm just going to, wow, I'm nuts.
No scope.
No scope. I forgot there's another one. But basically that was 3 out of 4 fire, which was pretty good. Then it moves into a different phase, which I don't know how it works, but apparently if you just run under this little aisle here, he just like kind of skips the possibility of shooting more missiles at you and taking a while. So what you want to do is as soon as he starts turning, you want to stick with kind of the wing here, and I guess I didn't do it right. That was still pretty short. Oh.
Wow, that was pretty optimal.
Oh. I was trying to not to waste my explosive, and I ended up wasting a missile instead, which kind of want to keep for 2 small UFOs at the end. Is that the last one? I forgot to count. One more. This one I would probably want to wait for him to be all the way down the chute. If I do and I shoot at the right time, it's going to skip part of this animation of that ship falling, and it's going to go straight to the crash. I shot early there, so we got to see the beautiful animation that the dev worked so hard to create. All right, and we're on to the last stage. So this last stage has, I was going to say has no bait to catch, but that's not true. But mainly has 4 bosses that we want to kill. So this, I personally make sub-splits for this one. I don't know if other people do that, but because it's a pretty long split, and it's got a couple boss battles, I like to put sub-splits because it's like the last stage, but it's a pretty long one. So I'm gonna approach and trigger this cutscene that I'm gonna skip and hope that I don't get bodied. I'm way too far. Surely. Nope. I had no momentum when I started my IG. Might as well just go the intended way. Okay, so this is one of the reasons why we want explosives at the end. It's much faster and easier than
what the hell?
Use the.
Is he supposed to disappear like that when he gets close to you?
So there's this. Wait, oops, I'm stupid. Can I? Do I have to wait? Okay.
Oh god, dude.
Okay. Please don't die.
Oh man, this is like the first Piranha boss in SMS.
I just don't want to die here. I'm gonna pick up this. The first Piranha boss in what?
In SMS. When you kill him on the roof and he falls into the tower or whatever.
Okay, so normally I would go between the fence and the guy and do that 3 times, and it would be much faster. I got to at least show it once. So I pulled out my hoop at the end of the fight to make sure I had it out to get out as fast as possible. This one is a bit of an auto-scroller, and because I said that, I'm probably going to die. I'm just going to honestly just go the normal way. Normally I would I J on top of that little board so I don't speak to the mailbox. So ideally here, I want to end this race with 1 health. And I'll explain why. It's not completely necessary, so honestly I think like dying would be a lot more unfortunate. So I might actually just not do it, but basically if I don't get the triple grab onto the next part of this stage, it's faster for me to die and just start again than to wait for the ape to come out of the coffin. So normally I'd want to go down to 1 health so that I get a free life here, so that I can just kill myself in game and start again.
Thanks for clarifying. This part reminds me of Donkey Kong 64. When you're in the air.
That was way too early. Yeah, so I have 1 life. That's what I wanted. I have the reaction time of a dying camel right now. There's another one, right?
So every time you hit one of those walls, you lose a life?
Yeah.
Okay.
So hashtag planned. This is what I wanted, 1 life. All right, so we're gonna go above this wall here. Oops. Let's try to. Okay, let's try this again. My timing is just like I'm so desynced with my brain and my hands. Just want to go above that little ceiling down here. I'm gonna go down and make sure that I don't bump myself too hard to die. Get my sword back out. Oh my god.
Man, when I don't know where you're trying to go, it looks so sketchy. Holy crap.
Oh! Please, no! No, 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 no. Okay, so now I would want to die.
This bites.
And this is faster to try again this ape here, unless I screw it up, which I did. Okay, so whatever. Then I just gotta wait till it comes back out. Sometimes it takes a while. And of course,
No way, dude. This game is so troll.
it's honestly the worst.
Did you get it? No.
He went in. Okay.
For a second, I thought the game soft locked or something because you hit him as he entered the freaking outhouse or whatever the heck that thing is. I can't lie, I was so scared right there. Oh my god.
This is why the game is fun. Alright, so we've got. I'm gonna skip this. Got another boss fight. This one is short and easy. Surely, because I said that, I'm not gonna screw it up. I'm gonna crouch in that corner. Let the cars try to attack me.
Jeez.
Are you kidding me? Wow. I was missing 1 hit. So normally you would be able to just get rid of it all in one sequence. So I think I was just missing 1 hit and I probably didn't hit fast enough. Ow. Oh my god. Please. Okay. I would have been triggered if I messed that up.
Yeah, it looked like you were just missing 1.
Yeah. Okay, so we're out of here, and then we're going to the last. What time is it? We're gonna be a bit above an hour, but it depends on the RNG. So everything has nothing's perfect, right?
I feel like, considering you've been awake for over 24 hours, you're doing an adequate job.
Well, thanks.
No problem, bud. It's coming from someone who's never seen a speedrun of this game before, so
It's okay.
take that with a grain of salt.
That's what matters. But basically, oh, nice. Basically, nothing's perfect, and this game is not. And the final boss has a very large and bad RNG to it. So we'll see how this ends.
Plus RNG.
We don't like RNG. And it's, I think there might be a way to manipulate that RNG, but I am not smart enough.
I thought that was a mistake.
No.
My God, don't do this to me, Jim.
So on there, I want to die on purpose because I just activated that that animation. That's what mattered, and then it spawns me back right here. Then I'm not gonna hit the wall here. There's like a classic way to die there. Like you start the hula hoop and hit the ledge and die. So I feel like there's always discussion about how to do this stage. I'm just gonna use as many missiles as I can because it's just comfy, and I think that's probably the easiest way. So
Top rope.
yeah, the missiles just hit them enough that that's actually like pretty fast. I think for anybody, I feel like that was pretty fast. So I'm happy. This
Well
fight, this fight when you start, it can be very, very trolly. You know what? I'm just gonna take the elevator. Okay. Last glitch of the run. I don't know if it's called like that, but I call it boss warp because that's what my split is called. But basically, you just go up here and then boom, you start the boss.
Sounds like a hard glitch.
Yeah, and then I don't want to write this. I'm gonna go up. So the last boss has a couple different phases.
Alright, Jim, let's do
Going the
this.
wrong way. So this phase is pretty easy. I just move up to him, slap in the face. And when I started running, I was dumb. I didn't realize that I could just hoop to it. I was just running to it.
It looks like you're taking damage when you do that, but you're not losing any health.
No. Okay, so that's phase number 1. It's pretty simple. So this is the heavy RNG phase.
Oh boy.
He's got 2 arms, and he's got to do a specific set of attack that allows us to hit him. So right now what I'm doing is I'm just staring into his chest to make the attacks and him disappear so that we avoid some lag. So this is the attack that we want. It turns his hand into green, and then I can punch it. So ideally, in an ideal world, so he's already done, I think, what, 4 attacks that aren't what we're looking for. So we'd be 1 in 5, 1 in 6.
So you can only attack him on one certain attack?
Yep. So I think you must have done like 7 attacks that are not what we're looking for, so we just gotta wait. So when I say RNG, like, ideally he would do that attack 4 times in a row. Like whatever that thing that we're looking for. So see, he's doing something else again that... Oh,
I guess
actually, no, this is fine.
One nice thing about this boss is it seems like he cycles through the attacks quickly. Like he busts them out like really quickly. you know?
Right.
So like even if you don't get it necessarily optimally, you're not losing.
Oh no, you're losing.
Well, I'm gonna say that much time, but I
So-
guess any time is enough.
Well, this is pretty bad, but honestly, I've had worse. So there's just one quick phase left, and we'll be able to hit the end pretty soon. Just gonna attack to... Oh, no, that's not yet. Oh, imagine I missed that. He does 3 attacks. So once... He does 2 attacks once. So we hit him twice. And then the 3rd time, he does 2 attacks. So we want to keep the platform in the middle so that we're able to finish him. So he's going to attack left. I'm going to...
Oh!
Okay, please, attack here. And then when I hit the green, that's when the run is over. Oh my god, he's actually doing it again. Okay, whatever, it's fine.
Boy.
I don't need a middle platform.
Game? Time?
Yeah, time.
Time.
Sorry. What? Yeah, something like that. And that's it. Game. And Spectre is very upset, and I'm sure we're probably seeing him in the next game or whatever. But that's it. This is Ape Escape. There's a pretty healthy community of Ape Escape runners that I see in chat. Thanks, guys, for being here. So feel free to. I'll post in chat the Discord later, but they're basically community for Ape Escape 1, 2, 3. If you want more information, feel free to go there. Thanks, Yale, for joining me. Reminder that we're doing this for Urban Arts, so please donate generously. And I think we're warming up the crowd for Swift here. So
Shift.
Swift, shift, same shit.
You French Canadians, you.
I'm running on 26 hours, all right?
Yeah, no. All right. Well, I'm Yale, and this is VonJim, and it's been a pleasure. Thank you.